I think some of us are like a little afraid of merging with God because your specialness goes. Like if you become one with everything, that means there's no two. That means there's no specialness.
Yes.
And it's its own type of annihilation. And I think a big part of our job here on Earth is to recognize that that's actually not to be feared. It's this weird play we're putting on for each other of separation, but like the oneness isn't to be, you shouldn't be afraid of it.
Yes, in theory. I just remember reading all the things as a kid where, not a kid, but in college, where they'd be like, you know, do you remember before you were alive? It's just that. And I was like, that's horrifying. I take no comfort in this at all. I don't want to go to before I was alive. I just had a very like gripping like anxiety in college that I was like trying to solve. And that's how I became skeptical, because I think I like went down all the avenues and looked into all the things, and for a second believed the psychic thing, and then read the Amazing Randy thing, and I was like, "Fuck, it's bullshit. It's bullshit."
What, the guy
so
that
much
can
bullshit.
turn the pages with his breath?
Turn the pages, but then it gets more
Randy,
nuanced. The random number generator, the Stanford experiment at the ESP.
What was the?
It's just like,
I know the random number generator.
Sure, it's I think it was at Stanford. I forget what it was called, but they had like a department of psychic studies, and this is how the CIA, you know, the Men Who Stare at Goats, that movie. It's that
CIA.
shit. CIA.
You're with
what did
CIA, but yeah,
I am not. But just these big groups of organizations who actually took this seriously in the ways that it was people being bamboozled, people.
Wait, so the random number generator, I thought it was like whenever there were like 9/11 or a huge earthquake or a tsunami, the numbers tended to be like these similar numbers. What is the one you're talking about?
This was the idea that a random number generator should be random, but if you get some psychic in another room going 2, 2, 2, you're going to have more twos than statistically average over the. And there's a billion ways to misinterpret the data. And
I understand.
And
there's a confirmation bias.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I think it's overwhelming to see how many adults like who were like anti-religion, but they bought some of this shit. You know, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross? She's the 7 stages of grief.
Okay.
She, you know, brilliant psychologist. That thing is a known.
Yeah.
She got really into a psychic who would bring back dead husbands and
sleep with them.
And then that's what happened.
What?
It was him. It was him wrapping himself in cheesecloth, which is the reason it's cheesecloth is because it's easy to stuff in crevices, like a shitload of cheesecloths in your mouth or your asshole, I guess.
Wait, hold on. Is this a bit?
No.
Then back it up just a little bit, cheesecloth.
Psychic camp where this primarily widows would come.
Yes.
And they would do a ceremony where he'd bring back their husbands.
Okay.
So they could have a final fuck them.
With cheesecloth?
So what he would do, what these psychics would do is basically, they're doing magic, right? So the way that they would do this magic trick of the spirit reappearing is they would have translucent cheesecloth. And the reason it's cheesecloth is because you can get a lot really small, put it somewhere in your body. You can hide it. It's a magic trick. And so he turned off the lights. Boo! And then he comes out, and they think it's their husband.
Okay, hold on. So the attempted illusion is a physical, translucent looking person comes into the room. And because of confirmation bias, you want it to be so true. You covered in cheesecloth looks enough like my dead husband in the dark room, and you're cheesed.
Yeah.
And I go, there he is.
Has the dick. That's it.
But she would put the cheesecloth on herself?
No. He would. He's pretending
to
be. He's the psychic. I'm saying this woman was in this camp and defended this guy.
I see.
And basically he got away with it for a long time, but then I think crabs spread around the camp, and they said, "What are these ghost crabs? Where are they coming from? Like pubic hair."
And he was fucking them.
He was fucking them,
and the cheesecloth.
In the cheesecloth. So he put it on. I'm your husband. Let's fuck.
Val would know it wasn't me, because every time we have sex, I go, "What a baberino." We haven't had sex in the past 10 years without me going, "What a baberino." That's if this motherfucker didn't know to say what a baber, I shouldn't be sharing
at the
this.
end. Is this when you come? Is that when it's coming?
No, what a baberino. No, it's not like that. It's the corniest, because I feel so safe, and her clothes come off, and it just comes out involuntarily. I just go, "What a baberino."
But
your dad would love it. It's Italian sounding.
In
Not
the middle,
mid.
at the end.
No, it's at the beginning.
At the
it's like you're smooching. That's what I mean. The clothes come off and it bears a comment. So I say, "What a baberino."
Sure.
And then now it's kind of become a thing. I didn't mean to take away from this cheesecloth story.
No, I think maybe that's how the camp. That would be a better way for the camp to go down. One wife's like, "Baby, what are you doing? You haven't said it."
Say it. Say it. There's a million. Okay, I know my baberino thing is just kind of a bit, but there's a million. There's no one that could have sex with Valerie in the way that we have sex. She knows. You know what I mean?
Yes.
People's sex styles are like thumbprints.
Sure.
So there's just a psychic covered in cheesecloth. Like this is a non-jokey version, but if he licked her ear, I'm not an ear licker. Like if there's a million
but maybe
things.
He quizzed, maybe before in the readings, he goes like, your husband says, oh, he loved it when you did the thing. What was the thing again? Like maybe
That's pretty good.
He's finding out.
And you used to love it when he would always say, what did he say? And then
he's like, I'm not going to say that.
This is like,
he goes, I'm not going to say that. You can bust me. I'm not going to say baberino. I refuse. You know what? I'm done with this psychic. I'm done.
What a baberino. That's when he turns himself in.
He goes, this is not right what I'm doing. You know what? This is not right.
Would you agree? Do you have a partner?
I do.
And if we're dead and she saw cheesecloth, there's got to be a Gianmarco.
Sure. Like, hey, I have an early morning.
Hilarious. Also, just like the way you kiss or don't kiss.
Of course.
Yes.
But you're sad. You're sad. You'll believe it. And this woman, this psychologist,
and you taste like cheesecloth.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
But he
has crabs.
That's how bad. And
well, the crabs, Val would be like, this is him. I'm just kidding. You made it weird. You made it weird.